Hey, what up, everybody? This is my aunt, and we're here on Political Swagger with Nicky D. What's up, Nicky?
How you doing? I'm good, my eye.
So good to see you. Do you think Barack Obama's swagger has anything to do with his popularity?
No, not at all. I think Obama is really definitely just like something new and fresh to people. So I think what we're doing is we're kind of like grasping onto something new because we've all been bogged down by this whole system for more than 8 years. It's not even about the last 8 years. It's just about America and needing to change the way that we do things and, we just need new politics altogether. We need a new cabinet. We need a new, office altogether just because the world is not the way it used to be and the country definitely is not the way it used to be. So as far as Barack's swagger goes, he's just a cool black dude, and I think that all black men have a swagger. And that means that I have to be cool with Jay, like Mayor, who's Russell's VP for his company. Like, maybe some brothers who just have a swag. Like, black men are just cool, and unfortunately, for some people, they can't take when people are too cool for their own good, because what happens is they kind of blow their top a little bit. When they don't see us blowing our top. We don't jump up and down and do cartwheels. So when you have a brother like Barack running for office, he's always been that person. So I think people are just drawn to his cool calmness and his naturalness of being, who he is.
Okay, so then let's take the flip side of that coin and tell me, what do you think about Sarah Palin's swagger?
I personally don't think Sarah Palin has a swagger, because I think at the end of the day, I'm more concerned with the fact that, and like a lot of Americans, like, first and foremost, a woman can have 10 children and run for office. That is not even my issue. However, when America keeps putting this whole image out of this clean-cut country, we're all Christian-like, we all do this whole, wonderful, godly thing. You have this woman who has a teenage daughter who's pregnant, and then on top of that, she didn't want to have anything to do with the sex education in schools. So right now, she has a 17-year-old who hasn't even lived yet. You have the captain of a hockey team who clearly does not want to get married. But at the end of the day, somehow or another, they've been forced to do that because of what's come in front of them. And I think at the end of the day, Palin does not have a swag, only because I think it's more important to care about your children than to care about, the press and to care about being, on TV and care about being the vice president. I think it's more important to take care of family. I think her family's a little bit out of whack, and it just hasn't been seen, but I'm not here to judge. Once again, I know plenty of women who take care of children with Down syndrome, who take care of 5 kids. Come to my hood, I'll show you a whole bunch of them. So to me, it's not a big surprise that she has this whole task on her hands.
But many say that the fact that she has all these boxes checked makes her a bit more down to earth and a realist.
Oh no, it makes her ordinary. You're ordinary, I'm ordinary. At the end of the day, that means that you and I can run for president or vice president if that was the criteria for picking a VP. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, she is quite normal. And I do see her as an ordinary woman. However, we should set higher standards. I don't think presenting a 17-year-old pregnant in front of the world and forcing them to get married, when a young man clearly before she ran for office on his MySpace page was clearly saying, I don't want kids. I don't want any of this. And this was before all this happened. So, it's politics. So all those things had to come down. Nobody saw that stuff anymore. And right now we're just dealing with what the press wants to give us. So, I just hope America's a lot smarter than what they see. I hope they're smart enough to make up their own mind about who they want to vote for. I want to vote for something different. If McCain had changed, I'd be voting for McCain, but he doesn't.
Good point. All right, let's switch it to fashion.
Okay.
Just recently, we found out, the Italian Vogue had an entire issue of black models, and it sold out in a week.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
In a week.
That's big.
That's huge,
That's
major.
huge.
Why do you think we haven't taken that step here in the U.S.?
Because, I really hate to say it, but I have to say it. I think America, a lot of America is still quite uneasy with black people being on top. I won't say the R word, which we all know what that is. However, I think America still has a problem with presenting the black man as the front line. So it could be in fashion, it could be in politics, as right now, like you look at the polls with Barack. Like, why is he dead heat? I've never been asked in 18 months who I'm voting for by any poll. So I don't know where those polls are coming from. So at the end of the day, I think that as far as like the fashion thing goes and why America hasn't taken that step, because America has their own standards, which is to keep a certain group of people at the top and a certain group of people at the bottom. And that's as far as I'll go with that. And I think you can take what you want from that.
Good. And when we say that there's a rising development of fashion and politics, we can just take the example of Michelle Obama. Michelle wore a specific dress, and it then began to sell, of course, off the rack. right? And now she's been deemed as a woman who, the first lady, or potentially the first lady,
Right.
who is now selling dresses and fashion. A simple $138 or $158 dress.
Yeah.
We're not talking about anything
Right,
extravagant.
we're not even couture with it. Like we're talking about, well, Michelle is very classic. And I think at the end of the day, America is kind of classic with what they do. And that's the standards we should have always been living by. However, I think Michelle Obama just presents I think she too presents the ordinary woman, but extraordinary when it comes to parenting, because you can see the love in her children. You can see the love in that family. However, I won't give her more than I give like a Sarah Palin is at the end of the day, because however she wants to deal with her children, she deal with hers, and however Sarah wants to deal with hers. As far as fashion goes, I think Michelle is just classic. I love her style. I think she's clean cut. I think she's simple. I think she's easy, nothing over the top. And I think that's more comforting to people than, the whole over the top blinged out, oh, I got diamonds everywhere, I got this, I got that. I think Michelle relates, period, to America. It's not even black or white. I think she really just is that medium line.
Absolutely. And I think she is a great mother. They have a great family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so many cute girls, daddy's little girls, right?
Love their daddy. And you know what? You need to see more of that. And that's what I want to see the American family be. I want to see the American family love their family. And I don't see all that love in the other side. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? And it's not about black and white. I promise you that. At the end of the day, we all want to make history, but we should all at the same time vote for what's right. You know what I mean? Let's just vote for what's good, not for what we feel. Because, you think about it, when Sarah Palin came on board, you had 20% of white women switch over to John McCain. But still, he only got a 2% bump in the overall polls.
Right.
So it makes you wonder really who are those people, where they're coming from. So that's why I don't really get into polls. And quite frankly, I'm just looking for something different for America, because I feel the pressure myself of the economy. I feel the pressure of everything. I feel it. You know what I mean? So I know we need something new and different.
I think exactly. Right here on Political Swagger. Nikki D, thanks so much.
You know what it is.